the culture in
Are we hot?
Yeah, always
Oh,
hot.
please excuse the nasals.
Yeah. Oh right, we're a little under the weather. We were under the weather
Yeah,
because I'm out of it, but it just sounds like I'm not.
you're out of it, but it sounds like you're not.
Like it sounds like I'm still sick, but I'm
Uh,
not. I was down for what 4 days.
yeah, you had the virus.
Shut up, man. I got it from you and your little family, your little snotty nose family, little germ carrying family over there.
Man, I'd be like, yo, I'd be like, cold. Sometimes a cold is like, I mean, I never had the vid, but it's like a cold sucks.
Sonny.
A cold sucks, but a lot of people say like the vid for them felt like a bad cold. Honestly, the vid is another flu.
Nah, Sonny. You ain't if you ain't had the vid, I don't want you to talk about what it was like. Cause I'm
You
telling
right.
you, you feel like you dying.
You right.
But this cold really was like, dang, like, nah, homie. Getting sick is not fun. And I couldn't imagine people that had to go to work on a daily basis, like, straight like that. You wake up not feeling good and you're like, what? I still have to go to work.
Yeah, it's
9 to
interesting.
5.
When you get sick, you reevaluate how valuable your health is.
Oh, heck yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I forgot being healthy is wonderful.
I forgot what a good day felt like.
Mhm.
You know, you're like, damn, where I could just get up and
Yeah.
move. Like, what? I take
le-
advantage of that.
It legit gets frustrating. Like I remember like my first day or two, like I was like irritated. Like I wasn't irritable, just I was irritated and frustrated at the fact that like my nose just kept running every other minute and I couldn't do nothing about it.
Okay.
I didn't have the energy I had wanted to. Like I couldn't function. And I was literally just frustrated and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I just had to give in. I was like, I'm just down for the rest of the week. And then once, you know what I mean? It's like, I think fighting it is the frustrating part because you're like,
yeah, because you're like, get this out of
you
me.
can't
get
control
it.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
can't
fighting
control
against
that.
you too, like top notch.
That's just humbling.
Yeah. Because now I'm like, oh, I'm staying on my vitamins and stuff every day. I was already pretty good with like my wellness and stuff and like supplements, but like, nah, this is going to be next level type shit right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
I haven't had a cold in a long time. Got my COVID shot and I got a cold.
Well, first of all, you didn't get a cold from us.
I'm just saying I haven't had a cold in a really long time.
Yeah, so it's like you didn't get cold from COVID is what I'm saying. You
No,
got a
I didn't get a cold from
someone.
COVID.
Yeah.
Got it from my shot.
No, it's okay. Whatever you say. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad we're feeling better. And
Yeah, feel better, just don't sound good.
yeah, just don't sound good. But back to Hurricane Ida, right? So this is what Ava DuVernay posted. She said, no power, sewage out, no water, nearly 1 million structures in Louisiana affected. It's 89 degrees there as I type this. Jefferson Parish estimates 20 days to restore power. We haven't heard from any crew members in New Orleans, I guess. There's no cell and no internet. Why is this not trending? And I mean, that's crazy. And I also read that there's over 1 million homes affected in New Orleans alone. Right? Mm-hmm. They're not going to get power. They're not going to have sewage anytime soon. And they're all pretty much in their roofs and attics. Is roofs a word?
Roofs. Yeah.
Not roofs?
No.
Okay. Roofs.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple roofs.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in their roofs. All right.
Yeah.
You say so.
Or you said they're all on top of their roof.
They're not on top of their roofs?
There's no V.
I don't
you
know,
keep sliding
man.
this V in
I don't
there.
know.
There's no
I don't
V
know.
in there.
Who am I? But all right. So, I mean, that's crazy. I'm praying for everybody out in that situation because they just went through something. Hurricane Katrina.
Do you think these are the same people that got hit by... That's crazy. Why do they keep... How do I put this? No, that's crazy that Hurricane Ida destroyed these people's homes that they had to rebuild from going through Hurricane Katrina. I'm sure most of the people got out because they realized this shit's going to happen every few years.
I don't know. But you remember when I told you what Dick Gregory said? He was like how he traced how all the hurricanes go specifically along the same route as our enslaved ancestors did.
Yeah.
Like traveling from Africa to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess this is happening again.
Yeah.
It's going along the same route.
Yeah, these people that, if they know that, why you don't live next to a hurricane zone?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I have sympathy. I totally have sympathy.
Hurricane Katrina the first time this happened to them?
Like, it was the worst.
It was the worst time.
It was the worst. Yeah, I don't know why I put a T. It was the worst. Fuck. It was the worst.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, so they probably didn't expect it to happen again like that.
No, that's not.
I mean, logically, I would
Check
have
this
thought it's
out.
going to come back tenfold.
Logically, you're like, okay, we live in a hurricane zone. Once Katrina happened,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it could be this bad,
Mm.
right? It could be this bad.
Yeah.
Some people chose to stay, and they said, I'm gonna fight through this. Some people were like, yeah, logically speaking, I should probably move if I don't want to go through this again.
Mm.
So the people that are there, it's not that I don't not have sympathy. I do have sympathy for them, but I'm also having a hard time being like, okay, well, this happened before. And then again, for the people that chose to move there, you're like, well, why would you? Like, don't move into this place, this zone where it keeps getting destroyed with these hurricanes over and over and over again. Don't sign a lease to that in that area. I know you probably own a home, but think about what you just did. You just had to rebuild it. So the same amount of money maybe that you got, granted, maybe you could have just shifted your life. And again, like I say, I have sympathy, but I'm also like, you stayed?
Listen, I hear you, but I'm just not on that energy. But just cause like,
Right, I get it. Some
at the
people
same
can't
time,
afford
look,
it.
I think about like people's roots and stuff, and like they're probably like things are more sentimental than just like
Those
picking
roots
up and
got
moving.
washed out in Katrina.
All right, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just not on
But-
your energy though.
right,
Like,
but
you
to
like,
me-
you like, fuck it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I'm like, damn, I feel bad. But I was just saying, pray for everybody out there. I hope everything turns out great. You're annoying.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait. So we were, you probably didn't notice it, but we were talking to somebody. You were saying something about the podcast, and they said, oh, yeah, I saw your little podcast, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about people saying stuff like that? Like little, like calling something little. It's so interesting to me.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, like
Because it could be taken highly disrespectful, or it could
Mhm.
be like they weren't paying attention to what they were saying.
Yeah, it could be either. Exactly, it could be one of the two.
Like you could be on some hater shit,
Mm-hmm.
or you could be on some like you just don't listen to words that in.
Yeah, some
in
people
deep-
maybe
in
just don't
depth.
pay attention to how they're not careful with their words.
Yeah. But-
Yeah, I mean, like, when someone says that, I know what you're talking about.
Like, oh yeah, I read your little book that you put out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, how's your little project going?
You see, it's just like,
Right.
you know,
Right, like, but again, sometimes it legitimately might not even be nothing disrespectful. They're just like, they just may just be like, your little whatever.
yeah.
But it's not a positive either way, right?
Yeah, and again, like I don't hear it often, so when.
Yeah, I don't hear it often. It's
So
more so
when-
I hear someone else use it
Okay.
towards someone else.
But yeah, when I heard it, it stuck out because it was just like ding, like
Yeah.
what,
Mhm.
you know. And I'm sure that person didn't mean it on no hater shit, but now it's like my antennas are up. I swear to God, I was like, oh okay, but I couldn't wait to bring that up because that's like the most disrespectful shit you could say to somebody.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
nah.
I watched your little show. What? There's
Uh-huh.
nothing that you like. Why even go to the word little?
Uh-huh.
Like I watched your show.
Yeah. Right. It's
It's like you went out
extra
your
word.
way to say it,
Right.
but
Uh-huh.
it's cool, hater.
I feel you. Exactly like you said. Like, I'm not gonna make a stink about it, but my little antennas.
Yeah, it went up for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
funny.
deep.
Haters, man. What is a hater? It just takes energy to be negative.
Yeah, especially towards someone about their own stuff.
But maybe not for some people, man. Some people live in a negative reality.
Oh, yeah. We know. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe it's not that. Maybe that all they spew is negativity because that's all they're familiar with.
Like that's all they calculate in their head
Mm-hmm.
when they see something. It's
A
not
negative
about how
spin.
great it could possibly be or whatever. It's about like what's wrong with it now and all types of other shit.
Yeah, I mean,
But you can spot a negative person after 5 sentences though. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like what someone is like consumed with in their mind. You know, it's like when you stand next to somebody and all of a sudden they just start telling about celebrities and shit. And you just
Mhm.
be like, this is what you think about?
mm-hmm.
Like, oh, did you hear Sweetie got a new car? And you be
Mhm.
like, where mine at though?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like you can see those kind of people though quickly
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like move to the left
Mm-hmm.
from them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
how often do you think you come across those kind of people?
Those kind of people that.
That are like negative or like, you know, just kind of like gossipy
I mean,
or
that's
like
not very often.
Right.
No, not very often. But You just know. You can just kind of catch on to those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at a party.
Right. That's it. Right. Social settings is where you can catch all different kinds of vibes.
It's funny because I was just telling someone, like, I hate when someone asks what I do. And it's not about telling them what I do. It's just like, why are you consumed with how I make my money? You know what I mean? And then it's just like, I don't know. You just know all the things that start spinning in their head about whatever you're going to say or whatever kind of job you have. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting because I went to dinner with a couple friends and, like, there was a new person. And, like, everybody walked away. Everybody went to the ice cream shop or something. And then I was on my phone. I was sending text messages back out. And all of a sudden, he, like, walks up. He's like, hey, what do you do? And I was like, what the fuck? That's not, hey, man, oh, whatever. Like, just small talk. It was just like, hey, so what do you do? And then you could just tell, right? Like, everything just started turning, you know? Or not turning, whatever. But it was just interesting. And after that, I was turned off of him. Like, whatever he had to say later, it, like, didn't really mean that much. Because it was like, I don't know. Either you're in a mode of, like, I'm around people and I need to, like, work the room. Or you're in a mode of, like, small-mindedness.
Okay. So, when...
My opinion.
Were you guys already chatty a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Not
so
at
maybe
all.
he was trying to just make some small talk. You know what I mean? Or I'm saying, so after you told him whatever, what are you saying? The energy shifted? Or like...
I don't know. You set the tone with that already. I already, like, probably answered your question to, like, the minor nth degree. So it was just like, I don't know. It was just interesting, you know? Like, like, I was on my, like, I don't know. I was on my phone. He didn't have to come talk to me.
Yeah.
It was just interesting.
Yeah, that's not something that I typically ask. Right, it's one of those things, right, that conversation etiquette, apparently, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the unspoken rules of conversation. You don't talk, you don't bring this, that, or the third up. But,
I get it if I was like, oh, man, at work today. Then it's like, oh, what do you do?
Right, if you open the door.
There you go. But if it's like you just walk up to someone and be like, hey, what do you do?
For sure.
Like, what?
For sure.
I don't know. And you start searching for your wallet and make sure everything's good. Like, what are you talking about?
For sure, right? Because with that, they could, whatever, no matter what you tell them, they could already start making their calculations and assumptions about who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just feel like it's really weird, and don't ask me questions like that.
Yeah, but you realize just like not everybody is. Well, I mean, yeah, it starts with what your social intelligence, right? Read the room. You know what's like the worst is like when you could even be on a phone call and you try to like end the conversation with someone like, all right, yeah, man, all right, well, everything's been good, man. You this, that, and the third. It's been good talking to you. And like, yeah, man, it's real great talking to you. And then, I mean, also, they just keep the conversation going. You're like, yo,
yeah.
All right, how do I get out of here?
Go.
The worst though is like when you're like face to face with someone and like you trying to literally like stop the conversation. You're like, well, what the hell? You ain't reading. You can't catch any of these hints.
Look, my body's halfway walking away. You're like,
right. All right. So it starts verbal. Okay, verbal ain't working. My body's gonna start getting into it. I'm gonna start shifting my whole body this way. And like, you know what? Why are you at it?
Yeah, and I guess what bothered me about it is it's kind of like saying, what can you do for me? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not you coming up to me and like, hey, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm trying to like see if I can connect with people. So what do you do? It's not that. It was whatever it was. That's why I just wanted to clarify what was bothering me actually about that whole thing.
I was watching something random last night. It was just on the New York Times has a YouTube channel, and then they had a random ass segment. They have a few of them, but it's like I used to be. So it was one segment was called I used to be a Black Eyed Pea. I used to be a member of the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, okay.
And then you're like, oh, it's a picture of a black lady, and you're like, oh, cool. Let me watch. It was like 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So you're watching it, and like you come to find out, it was a woman. She was an actress. She was on Living Single. She was in like a few like early '90s sitcoms, and she was an actress. And then one day she kind of met will.i.am, and then he was like, hey, you should come sing with us. And then like she sang with them, perfect, boom. They got deals and like off to the races, right? But for her, like once they signed that big deal, things started shifting. Like they or the label was asking her to grind up on will.i.am. And she's like, "What? I'm uncomfortable with that. Like I'm a member of the group."
Right.
And so she's like, things kind of started going left. And so she was like, I'm just gonna step away. But she's like, I love all those dudes. They were great to me. Like I have no bad words. And then so she's like, she like left, and then like a couple months later, they were winning. She didn't follow up on them at all. But she was like watching the Grammys or something like that. And then they had like one album of the year. Black Eyed Peas won the album of the year. And then she's like, oh, Fergie. And she's like, oh, okay, cool, interesting. But she was like, she saw that and she looked at the Will.i.am's face because she's like, those dudes work hard. She's like, from when we first started, those dudes work really hard. The Will.i.am, the Filipino dude, and the creepy dude.
He's not creepy. He's just different.
Scarecrow.
Okay.
She was just like, I called Will.i.am and was just like, hey man, I see how happy you are, and I just want you to know that I'm really happy for you. And then he was like, man, I saw love. Thank you very much. He's like, it's different now. Blah blah blah. But yeah, it was just super interesting how like the original Fergie replaced someone else, and now Fergie has this massive career.
Yeah.
But
did it say if the woman and Fergie knew each other prior?
No, she's like, I've never met Fergie.
Okay.
She's like, and I have no bad feelings towards her. I was like, she didn't take anything from me. She's like, if anything, I would love to meet her because like her and I share something specific where her and I were the only two females to ever be a part of this group.
Right.
So she's like, if anything, I'd love to just talk to her.
Male dominated too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be the only woman in the room and to like have to like put your foot down all the time, I could just imagine.
Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like just the backstory of a lot of stuff.
Oh,
like everything. I'm sure most everything has a backstory.
Yeah,
right?
man. Everything has a backstory.
Mm-hmm.
There is always like I always think about the icicle or the iceberg in the water.
Okay.
Or, like all you see is like the little small
tip of it.
The tip of it, really, and then under it is like this massive amount of ice.
Right.
Just holding it
5
up.
5 times as big as that is.
Yeah. And it's just
nice.
like deep.
It's deep.
Deep. And I can just imagine, those guys been on top forever. Like you can't go anywhere and say Black Eyed Peas and no one knows.
Yeah.
That's just
they were doing Soul Train.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Soul Train. Like
I was like, oh wow.
Man.
I
remember sitting down every Saturday. Soul Train was on at like 12, right? It was like right mid-afternoon.
I thought it was nighttime.
Nah, it was early.
Okay, see, I did think it was early, and then I was talking to Azalea and her sister about it, and they were like, come on, it's like Saturday nights, right? And I was like, I guess so. And
I don't think so.
So it was the after?
I think it was during the day.
So it was pre-recorded then maybe on, like, whenever. Okay.
I don't know. Shit, I could just imagine partying. Ooh, woohoo, Soul Train line. In the afternoon, come on, man. I mean, it's a taping at the end of the day, so people have.
It wasn't live?
I don't know. You want me to type it in? Let's see. After securing a sponsorship deal with the Chicago-based retailer, Soul Train premiered on whatever as a live show airing weekday afternoons.
Oh, it began airing every day.
So it said it got a sponsorship deal by Sears, Roebuck and Company. And then it started premiering on WCIU TV on August 17, 1970, as a live show airing weekday afternoons.
Got it.
So it was
a daily show.
Yeah.
See, because I remember, I forget, what's his name? Don Cornelius, the OG host, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
it said every Saturday morning for 35 years.
Wait a minute. So was it every Saturday or every weekday?
Every Saturday morning for 35 years, Soul Train gave America an hour-long celebration of black youth culture. The show's proclaimed reputation as the hippest trip in America. Made Soul Train not only place to show the last dances, hairstyles, and threads, but also the place to premiere new music. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because I don't remember it coming on during the week. But maybe originally it got bought like that, And then maybe they were like, like maybe it did come on and on just weeknight on weekdays, and then it was like, what you gonna do Saturdays?
Okay.
Yeah, I love to take stuff from black people. We gave them too much. Dang, yeah. Did you ever dance with the TV, or were you just a watcher?
I don't even know if I watched it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it would come on because I think I only have memories watching it at Mom's shop.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Exactly. Yeah, right. So I really wasn't watching it. I remember it would be on, and I'd look at it, watch it, but I wasn't watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really what I remember. Like she'd be doing hair, it smells like press and curl.
Press and curl.
And sometimes the shampoo bowl. And then a boogie. Yeah. I wouldn't dance because obviously I would be in her hair salon, so I would just sit with my legs crossed and just boop.
Yeah.
And just go like this or something.
Good times.
Yeah. And then try to guess the word or the word of the day, or artist of the day or whatever the thing was. Where they have to shift the letters.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Yeah,
I forgot actually.
I don't know what it was called though, but
I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you could be a guest on any game show that you've watched throughout history, like Family Feud, Price is Right, which Jeopardy, which one would you like to be a guest on?
Probably Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. See, I feel like it ain't up to me.
That shit is fun. Like,
faith-
where's it gonna land?
Hell no, man.
And then you could just like guess a letter, like even if you don't know anything, like you could just guess a letter, like start. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'd have a good chance at that. Jeopardy, no, I don't have enough
Mhm.
worldly information.
Okay.
And I never understood what was that one where they opened the cases. Deal or no deal?
Deal or no-
I never understood that
Deal
one.
or no prices? Deal or no deal?
I think it was deal or no
Like,
deal.
like if you either open this one or
Yeah,
you can
they had
see.
like all white women in like 4 rows, and then they'd be like,
Oh
"Here
yes,
you go."
yeah, that's deal or no deal.
Yeah,
That's
so
deal or no deal.
I think those are the only ones I could think of, but like, nah,
Oh really?
it's Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Or what's that? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Could you do that game?
I would love to do that game. Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, because for sure, like if you can always you're leaving with some money.
How is that guaranteed? You think the first question you're just like,
Right,
I'ma get it.
I mean, yeah, so shit. You better use that. I'm saying even if you don't know the answer to the first one, you have 3 help. You have 3 lines of help. So I feel like your chances of leaving with
Oh,
some money. Let
okay.
me say that your chances of
3
leaving with some
lines of
money are
help.
much
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, you better
Because
have
you
a
can do that
friend.
50-50. If you know what I mean, you can call grandma. If grandma don't know, you're like, okay, well, I only got one of the 2 options.
I always felt that they cheated with that 50-50 because they'll be like, well, which ones do you think it is? And then as soon as you say it, they'll be like, ding. And then they'll take the 2 ones that you
That you thought,
already didn't think it was.
yes.
And it'd be like, are you serious? And they'd
Oh,
be like,
right.
see,
Yeah,
now you.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
he has to call a friend.
That's
You didn't
funny.
use 2 lifelines on one question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they was ripping you.
You all the weakest link. Goodbye. Do you remember that show? Weakest
was
link?
it?
Weakest link.
Oh, okay. I just remember it was a mean lady on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wore like red glasses.
Very stoic face.
She reminds you of Judge Julie a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like did she have red glasses? Like,
Yep.
or she had some type of
She had
color
like
makeup.
red hair or red glasses.
Something fiery was on her face. Or maybe it was her
Yeah.
lipstick. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think I'd like to be. I'd love to go on Family Feud.
so do me a top 3 list
Okay. In order or not? Just the top
in
3?
order. So your number,
Okay.
whatever.
The one I wanted, I'll do 3, 2, 1.
Okay. No, I want to know 1 to 3. So the first one you would do, the second one you would do, and the third one. I feel like you can't.
Oh, the first one be Family Feud
Okay.
for sure. Ba-da-bum-bum.
I agree.
Ba-da-ba-dum.
Yeah. And that's always good. Like it's
Hell
always
yeah,
good.
that'd be amazing.
Everybody
That'd
start
be a
reaching
lot
for
of fun.
answers.
All right, so first Family Feud.
All right.
Number 2 would be Jeopardy is too hard. I do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
Okay.
and then the third one I do The Price is Right.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to like. Yeah, that's what I would do.
The
Price is
price.
Right.
You would do The Price is Right. Sadi, you would do The Price is Right. All right. Well,
It
good
depends.
for you and your family.
I would have to have a good day.
Bruh. They be like, well, how much is detergent? You be like, oh shit.
No, you're right. Actually, I don't do any shopping.
No.
All right, so I take back I just like that game. I like that game. All right. It's gonna have to be.
I mean, you watch Jeopardy all the time, but I don't know if like you get the answers right.
Game
when we
shows.
play
Game
it.
shows. Game shows. Did MTV have game shows?
No, they had like Quiet Library. Those weren't like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So it would just be Jeopardy.
Would you do something like Survivor? Because I just got into that like a year ago, and
Mhm.
I had to binge it all.
Oh,
You would
okay.
do that where you like have to like earn your clothes and shit. Like, no, you don't have to earn your clothes, but like you have to like do some stuff, man.
You gotta survive.
You gotta survive. You gotta hope you get like that little chain that's in the dirt somewhere. You would do that? Now I know if you don't get some food, y'all only get a little bit of rice. Some nights, it's like, oh, you got your food, you got your rice taken away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then then it's like a team effort. So like, it was her fault that y'all lost that day.
Mm-hmm. I would rather do like those real world road rules challenges.
Okay.
Right. I've always been like, oh, I'd do that.
Okay.
Like I'd sign up for real world.
All right.
I would have signed up for real world if I was old enough back then.
Okay.
Yeah. Road rules, I can not so much because I'd rather be in a house than on the road all the time.
Right.
But the challenges that they did,
Yeah.
and like that was all I thought that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would do Survivor?
I would do Survivor.
Thinking about it all?
I do Survivor.
Okay.
I wouldn't do Naked and Afraid.
Oh, hell no.
I would not do Naked and Afraid.
First of all,
You
that's
wild.
not safe. Like for my
Wow.
body, you tripping.
I saw one episode, like, I was like to say the dude was naked. Yeah, they like the dude, because he was naked and it was raining. Oh, it was miserable. I felt so bad for them. And I don't, like I said, like, I know it's a show.
Yeah.
It's real, but it's a show.
Yeah.
I felt for the dude. Like, he curled himself up into a ball and he was just sitting against like a wall he had kind of made. But he had a partner. And so the thing was, like, the partner was like, yo, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Like, it was it's Naked and Afraid. There's two of them.
Yeah.
And
is it a female partner?
Yeah, they have female partners.
Okay.
She's a male, female.
Okay.
And so he was like, don't leave me. Don't leave me. She's just like, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Wait, leave as in the show?
Yeah, like she quit.
Oh.
She quit. It's like,
so she could quit and he can still stay.
Oh,
but he
yeah.
just loses a partner.
You're just by yourself.
Oh, hell no.
Right? You're just by yourself now. Like, everything becomes twice as hard.
Okay.
And so, like, it's pitch black, freezing cold, raining, and, like, they're outside,
Oh,
right?
my
Basically under some
gosh.
trees.
Yeah.
And then so he literally, like, is just like rock, like, she's like going into
Shaking and
convulsions
rocking.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like the producers, like, kind of step like, hey, you all right, man? And then he's just like, just shaking and shaking and shaking, not responding. And they put the flashlight in his eyes. And they're like, well, he's here. And like, he's like literally just like shaking and going through it. And like, they step out.
I can't think of anything but warmth.
Yo, it was the wildest thing. And like, he stayed up. I mean, he finished. I think he didn't finish it. No, he ended up leaving like the next couple days.
Yeah.
But like, it's relentless. You know what I mean? Like, there's no cushion in that show.
Yeah.
They'll leave you out there to
For
freeze to death.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's better for them. They rather pay your
Your medical
family,
bills.
your medical bills, whatever. Than
The millions in ratings that this show is gonna generate.
Did you see that guy that froze
Dude.
on Naked and Afraid?
Dude.
He literally tipped over. Like, that would be, come on, it would be a meme, Sonny. It'd be one of them gifs we send each other like during the week. Come on.
See, that's the thing, right? It's like it comes down to the weather, obviously. Like, if you got fortunate enough, but obviously they put you places where,
Right,
like,
they know
shit
exactly
sucks.
what the weather's gonna be like
Right.
for the next month.
Exactly. Yeah, but like, if you had some decent paradise weather, you'd be straight.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I could just run
Get
into
some
the little
coconuts off
ocean.
this tree.
Listen. See, but that's the cool part about Survivors. Like, if you're strong enough, you can get a coconut off the tree. But if you're a little weenie, you're like, can you hand me one, please?
It's true.
See? You're like, I don't know if I survive for real.
True. I do wonder if they be boning.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
Of course they do.
I don't know.
Of course they do.
They be like, my husband's back at home.
Exactly.
He's with the kids. I'm so sad I miss him. He's like, hey, my wife's at home watching the kids too.
Listen,
Let's just be sad together.
let's all not be stupid here. Like, come on. And I'm not
Dang.
saying
The
that it has
producers
to
are
necessarily
around,
be people
man,
that are so. Come on, Sadi. You're talking about. Come on,
And
Sadi.
the reason I brought it up because I remember there was one couple, it was one dude and lady who were like, it was freezing too.
Right.
And they were just like, let's just like bundle up. And I was like, well, this is interesting.
Well, did they bundle up or did they bundle up?
No, like they used each other's body warmth.
Right.
So they were like face to face, like
Oh,
hugging
face
each other.
to face. See, listen.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
and they were still like they were bouncing around because they were cold. That's why I'm like, I don't even know if they even
Now, if it was
Getting
smart,
it
look,
in.
if it was smart, she'd be
That's funny.
behind him.
she
So
would-
then no one is taken advantage of. You feel me?
Oh, right.
No one's getting got here.
Yeah.
We're just trying to use each other's body heat.
But how's she gonna stay cold? Her back's exposed.
His back would have been exposed too.
He's probably retaining more heat than she is.
Get out of here. Listen.
That's
If
funny.
I'm gonna do something like that, that's the only way. Look, we gotta survive.
Listen.
You know, we're both taking something here.
I'm gonna be spooning you.
Yeah, exactly.
You
We're
wild.
both, yeah, you're.
It's for
That's crazy.
survival.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna get behind you, them, whoever that is.
Yeah. Some lady had to pee on another dude.
Oh, he got bit by a jellyfish.
Yeah, I think I was trying to think. I don't know if it was a jellyfish, but yeah, it was something that required pee.
Stingray, maybe.
And I remember she like straight up peed on him.
Yeah,
I
you
was
gotta
like,
do what you gotta
damn.
do. Yeah, I seen somebody do that before.
On a show or real life?
No, in real life.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was in Anguilla, I think it was a little kid,
Oh.
but they didn't pee on him. It was pee in a
Snap.
water bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. That's probably the best. Well, if you have a water bottle, I guess.
Well, yeah.
How much time you
The
got?
beach obviously knew that this happens.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the
Think you
kid
s-
was screaming though. It was crazy. I was like, damn.
I bet you it stings.
Oh, bruh.
I bet you it stings.
Yeah. I was nervous to be in and out, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta live too.
Right. Like, I can't be worried about that.
Sometimes you just gotta get injured.
Man, but I tell you, I bet you that kid don't go in the ocean the same. He's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
some stuff is traumatic.
Yes. What's that book over there?
That's the Black Book. Oh yeah, forward and preface by Toni Morrison, but it has a whole bunch of like ancestral facts about our history, you know.
Oh.
And so I've been reading it, but I was trying to see if there was anything I had recently read
Uh-huh.
that I was willing to share yet. Everything so far in that book has just been traumatic. No, don't read right now. It's fine.
No, I want to see the book though.
Oh.
Everything's been traumatic.
Yeah, like there was a little slip on there that shows you what are they called? Kind of like a flyer for a slave auction. And to read it is the most disgusting thing I've ever had to put my eyes on.
Oh, it's not in here anymore?
You just actually moved it. You just took the bookmark. I had the bookmark there for a reason. But you moved it. No, you don't understand.
In the book. Oh, this was your bookmark.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
So it's probably like 7 pages from there. Like, no. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but anyways, it was just describing us like
Oh,
a
here's
table.
a song.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me sing the first line of the
Please
song.
do not sing us the first line of the song.
On the old plantation where the cotton grow, over to the big house Negroes. Oh, my Lindy Lou. As I sit thinking about days with you, in the melon patch, it was cute to see the Negroes just shoot. Just shoot. They're all being injured. Somebody help this black man. Just call him a... Whoa.
For real?
Wow.
I mean, who's to say this song is by? Go to the first page.
I made that up.
Wow. That's disgusting. I mean, I was going to say it's not a good book. I mean, a good song.
No, actually, this book is actually kind of terrifying me.
I'm actually going to leave that in because people need to know how you feel about our people.
No, man.
No, it's fine.
This book is terrifying me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said.
It's actually quite weird.
Yeah, and then they have like a picture of them lynched. Is that the one?
I literally just turned to the page with the big
and
lynch.
it's just like the hardest thing. And I had to go to sleep on that shit. It was just like But anyways, in the beginning of this book, since we're talking about it, the Black Book, Toni Morrison talks about her receiving a letter from an inmate about her book, and he was requesting 2 more books. Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
He was requesting 2 more books, and he said, I'm only requesting 2 more books, 1 to give to a friend and 1 to throw up against the wall over and over again. He was like, and the one I already have, I'll keep close to my heart. And that was like really impactful. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I felt reading it. And for it to start off like that and for it to stay in my mind, as I'm reading, I'm like, oh, I understand. Because there was moments where you're like, what the am I reading, bro?
Yo.
Why is this is real history right here.
Hold on, look.
They would separate us. It's sick.
There was a magazine or newspaper called the New York Caucasian. And right under the header, like where it says the title of the magazine, it has a small little quote, and it says, I hold that this government was made on the white basis by white men for the benefit of white men and their posterity forever, by S.A. Douglas.
Yeah. I mean, that book is frightening.
And this is all real.
It's all real. It's all very sad and traumatic.
Whoa.
But yeah, in one of those flyers that I saw on there, it was basically like, hey, I have a black woman for 44. She's good in the house, but you can also put her in the field. She has 2 or 3 children. You know, and then they'll be like, only if you want them, they can go with you too. And it's just like, whoa, you're willing to separate a mother and her child just that fast. Just that fast. Like with no remorse. It was like they were selling a table, Sonny. It hurt my heart. It hurt my heart.
Wow.
But yeah, that book is low-key traumatizing. Very low-key.
Black history.
Black history.
Bet you, yeah, the ocean's probably one of the most haunted places you don't even think about.
Man. Haunted?
That's not even the word, probably. Cursed.
But I don't want to think of our ancestors as like these people that are like
angry spirits down there.
angry. I don't know. How fast did our ancestors think it would, or how long did they think it would take us to become free? And are we as free as they thought we would be, or are we not? You know what I mean? I would love to know, like, exactly what they saw. You know, even before Martin Luther King.
They may not have even seen
Well,
an other side of this, because remember, some people were just born into this, lived through it. That's all they knew. Died. They had kids. They lived through it. Like generations just lived and died within that. So they don't know what the other side is. You and I are still currently living through what we're living through now, right? So we don't possibly know what it could be like in 100 years, 50 years, 20 years yet. Meaning like things could be totally shifted to where we're like, oh damn, we didn't see this happening in the future.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I would just, but I know this is like this will be forever an unanswered question, but I would just love to see, once they got the thought process of there could be a revolution, you know, for enslaved people, what they saw in the future.
Right,
if
because
we surpassed it or not.
The day that we first got on those ships to the day where I'm not even gonna say abolished, since the day we got civil rights, because slavery ended, but we didn't get civil rights till fucking 50 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like there's a lot to fill in there in between that.
Yeah. There's a long war. It's gonna be a long time.
Right, but it's like the weird thing is, we should forever be fighting for.
Oh yeah, for sure, for it all.
But
for it all.
It's like zoom out and you're like, shit. If the planet's here, global warming is
tripping. The planet's barely here.
What I'm getting at is, in the next 50 years, like we're gonna have other issues. Like racism is probably the last thing we're even worried about at this point.
Shit,
we trying to keep this
racism
planet
will
from
always
melting.
be there because it's ownership.
Yeah.
You know, it's taking what was ours, right? Like to understand that you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, what I'm getting at is, right, if no one has anywhere to live, then no one's nothing.
Right, but
they'll be on the moon by then. You already know.
Yeah, if they look, and that's probably what they're trying to do. They said all we have to do is go to the moon and make sure not one melanated person gets up there. That's the only way. Because if you have one melanated person, we still gonna be able to control the masses. Just one. Whatever.
No, I hear it.
It's crazy that like our skin color really has so much to do with our lives. You know? It's kind of like when people think about like people's sexuality. It's like, what does that have to do with you or anything? Like what someone does at night in their own home, like what does it have to do with you? Why do I have to disclose my sexuality? That's interesting. You know?
Yeah.
The world's deep, man. But till another episode, this has been episode 31. I'm your host, Chelsea, the one and only Chelsea. I have my co-host,
Lasani.
The one and only Lasani at 15 Degree. Tap, tap, tap in, baby.
I'm gonna sing us out the episode. Bye.